Good morning, Malacanang Press Corps. Welcome sa press briefing ni Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. This morning, we're pleased to have the Secretary of the Environment and Natural Resources, Ms. Gina Lopez. Before her appointment as DENR Chief, Sec Gina was known for her advocacies on environmental issues. She led the reforestation of La Mesa Watershed and La Mesa Eco Park. In 2011, as Managing Director of the ABS-CBN Foundation, and working with partner organizations, she also launched the Save Palawan movement. In 2010, she was named chairperson for the Pasig River Rehabilitation Commission. For her work with Bantay Kalikasan, she received the 1997 International Public Relations Award for Excellence for the Environment and the 2009 Outstanding Manilan Award for the Environment. So, ladies and gentlemen of the Malacanang Press Corps, let us give a warm welcome to DENR Secretary, Ms. Gina Lopez. 10, 15 minutes, and then you just share, and then you can present, and then we can have a Q&A afterwards.
Okay, so 10, 15 minutes for that. I have 10, 15 minutes, so just time me.
15. 15.
Yeah, just time me.
It's going to be exciting anyway.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I want to thank you, Ernie, for inviting me over, and I want to greet all of you a very warm and pleasant good morning. So let me just go really, really quickly since I have 15 minutes, and maybe, Selena, you can show me the timer so I don't overtalk. Yeah. All right. I just want to quickly show you the perspective in which DNR is operating. Number one, I feel that economic growth is not genuine if it doesn't bring on social justice, which means to say a vibrant stock market or great GDP, but all our people, a lot of our people are suffering, is not for me genuine. I feel that genuine economic growth comes with area development. Area development is when you take a particular area and you see the potential of the area and you nurture and develop that potential for the people of that area. Then we can eradicate poverty in our country. And in area development, there are just very briefly two components. One is people and one is the environment. And what DNR wants to do, and we've changed that now, it's not E2 zone anymore. We're going to call it E3 zone. It's ecological, it's economic, and it's educational. And what we want to do is give people access to the environment, and in that way bring economic growth. These are our performance indicators, just health, happiness, peace and order, so on and so forth. Okay, I just want to briefly show you, like speedily show you things I've done before I was in DNR, and which is the reason why I'm so passionate that if you save the environment, it's the way to go. Like here, we put in, oh, it's not there. Okay, here, we put in 3.9. This is money from the Typhoon Yolanda. We put in 3.9. In less than a year, they hit 4, and their salaries are 758. Here, there's a skim boarding. We put in 1.7. In less than a year, they hit 2.7, and the salaries are 1.5. Here, it's 4.2. This is in Sohoton. This is really, 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 really beautiful in Samar. And then they hit 2.9. The salaries are 1.5. I mean, they're out of poverty in less than a year. Here in Sorsogon, we put in 291,000. They hit 1.8. They're out of school youth. Guess what? They're back in school. Their salaries are 514,000, and that's in 10 months. Here we put in Sorsogon 770. They hit 970. The salaries are 642 in a very short span of time. This is my favorite one. You know, it's a community that was really poor, but they were living beside a spectacular 18 million year rock formation. 98% were women. Only 2 graduated from college. 60% goes to salaries. 40% is for savings. They put all of that with their money. And so what happened from 30 families, they're now almost 300. So it's an ecological, economic, education zone. The barangay captain there said that every person here has a job because of Ugong Rock. That's what I want to do in Dinagat and Surigao because it's so beautiful. All right, they went into chicken and ducks and agriculture. And 100 regular members get more than 10,000. At the end of the year, they get dividends. All members get benefits. Okay, on the first year, 7,000. Next year, 133. Next year, 611. Next year, 7 million. Next year, 12. Next year, 22. Oh my God, next year, 29. My God, right? And there's zero poverty there now. Why can't we do it like this? The country's so beautiful. Okay, look at this. I put in 250,000, just very little money. This is how I want to use the SDMP funds of the mining companies that have survived. And 2010, they win gold. The boatmen there earn 10,000 pesos a week. A week. And they only work 3 hours at night. They have 1 million pesos in the bank. So now I want to show you, let's show them the slide of Marjon. I'm going to show you a video of what I was in the chopper when the videos were taken. This is of Dinagat and Surigao. Do you have a wireless mic so I can? Is there anybody? No wireless mic. Okay. Hello. It's easier for me like this. Okay. This is okay. This is Dinagat. We took the shots ourselves. It was declared a mineral reservation. Look how beautiful. My God, right? Wow. Oh my God. Why are they poor? They've been mining the country. Look at that. That's Dinagat. My God. Wow, diba? Okay, is that nice or is that nice? No, ma'am, is that nice? It's gorgeously beautiful. That's a bonsai forest. The largest bonsai forest in the country. Look at that. That's a blue lagoon. Oh my God, right? Wow, look at Surigao. Surigao is the Sohoton Cave. The biodiversity here is awesome. Look at these white, I love you all talaga. Ernie, you tell me to come here all the time. Wait, this is an enchanted river. There's fish that come here, blue fish, every 12 hours. Look at that. Oh my God. Okay, now look at, mahal na mahal ko kayo talaga. Oh, look what happened in Surigao. My goodness gracious. And we took the shots ourselves. This is a disappearing island. What are you doing? Look at that. I think that's Pichais. It's the wrong one. This one. Look at that. No? That's Surigao. You have to take okay, look at that. That was taken myself, no? Oh, this is Dinagat. Look at that. I mean, how can that be fair? They just totally killed the mountain, and that wasn't raining, I went there by chopper. Ernst, I love your press corn. I'll bring them around. Do you want to go there? We should bring them there, no? Do you want to see the place? I have a military chopper, no? Yeah, but you can bring them there so they see for themselves, no? You talk to the people yourself. I didn't invent suffering, no? Okay. So, do I still have time to talk? Okay, just last, let me just show you, Iwahig. Okay, look at this. This is, I put in 1.5 million pesos, snorkeling, dolphin watching in Puerto Princesa. 1,286 visitors went all the way up to 155. 142,000 went all the way up to 40 million. Why can't we do this in Surigao and Dinagat? I mean, it's even more beautiful than this. Why can't we do it, Philippines for Filipinos. Not for, yeah. Anyway, because let me show you okay, this is the thing on watersheds. I don't want any mining in watersheds. This is an area where there are rivers and streams. Okay, like this is a watershed. And I have made the policy in DNR that there should be no extractive industries in watersheds because it will kill the community life of the people around. And it has. Okay, so finally, let me end with this. We're the fifth most mineralized country in the planet. We're the top nickel producer, fifth biggest nickel reserves, fourth biggest copper, like that. What has it given us? This is in 2013. 0.7% GDP, 6% total exports, 0.6% total employment, 0.004% total government revenue. So how are we benefiting? This is the revenue from mining, 74 billion. This is from the Philippine Impact EITI. Okay, that's the expense. That's the net income. 82% of the net income goes to the mining industry, and only 18% goes to the country. And out of this 82%, 95% goes out of the local economy. So how will Dinagat or Surigao ever come up if they are raped and abused, and then 95% of whatever income is there goes out of the place? It's a very unfair situation. Okay, I just want to show this to you because 100% of the environmental damage, health, social, opportunity lost are all shouldered by the local economy. But look where the money goes. In Bicol, 76% goes to national, 93% in Palawan, 82% in Mindoro. Okay, lastly, I think this is here. The mining industry has given 82.4 billion pesos as of 2014 and 235,000 jobs. The entire mining industry, including quarrying. So I honestly don't know where they're getting this number of 1.2. I mean, this is my last number is in 2016, third quarter, it's 219,000. And that's everything, including quarrying. Okay, here as in contrast, the tourism industry has given 982 billion in the same period and 4.7 million jobs. I think that's I basically covered it. Yeah. So where I feel we should go in terms of area development is we have to look at the specialness of each and every part of the Philippines and develop that area for the people of that area. You know, when I went to Dinagat, I mean, the complaints were, Ma'am, 20% lang ng mga trabahador dyan, taga Dinagat, no? You know, so they do all the suffering, and it's because it's so beautiful. They've been mining there for 77 years. Okay, was there anything else that I have to show? I think that's basically it. No. Here, because this is what the mining industry has been talking about all the time. In 2014, 250,000, 15, 236,000, third quarter, 219. Okay, and then the final mine rehab is, and this is the thing about the law, no? From the latest numbers, when the companies mine, they are supposed to put in money for rehabilitation when they go away. And once the final rehab plan is approved, then in 7 days, they should put the money there. So actually, the fact that the commitment is 3.55 billion, this is the latest, and they've only put in 470 million, in the mining law, it says that's reason for closure because that means you're raping the country and you're not putting the money there which is necessary to fix it up. I was in Pangasinan the other day, and there was a copper mine that had closed. It was a legacy mine because the price of copper went down, and so they went up and left. And I asked the community, okay ba kayo? Ma'am, okay lang, but tuwing umuulan, nagdudusa kami because it overspills eh. I'll give you another example. In Puerto Princesa, there was the Quicksilver, Palawan Quicksilver. They were mining mercury, and since the price of mercury went down, then they went up and left the place. Okay, the allowable mercury in the human body is 0.002. 0.002. You know what the mercury level is there? 12. It's crazy. What are they doing? So it's like a hazard zone now. And then across the street are hot springs. So they come here, they mine, they go away, and then they leave us like this. And who will take care? It's a financial liability to government. Like, for example, Samar, the Bagakay mines, the government had no choice but to put in 300 million pesos and they have to take care of it every year. Otherwise, the community will suffer. It's just irresponsible mining, and I fault the government, not being more strict with rules and regulations, because everything I'm doing is that I didn't invent the rules. I mean, the rules are there. It just has to be followed. And the mining law says you should not disadvantage the present and future generations. When you kill the river and the streams and you put mining in watersheds, and what are you doing? I'm just following the law. And in fact, social justice is in the heart and soul of the Philippine Constitution. It's there. I talked to Chris Monsod and others, and they were involved in the writing of the Philippine Constitution. The heart and the soul of the Philippine Constitution is social justice. And when our resources are raped and taken advantage of and goes out of the country and goes to a few who are already very rich anyway, then isn't that social injustice? So that's what we're all about. So maybe in closing, I'll just play "Heal the Hurt" and then we'll open. Right. This was done by the director of Oprah. He went around with me. I'll just show you. Then I'll let you know later what we want to do. Close the lights.
This is
January
real.
7. Let's turn off the lights.
This is real. It's painful.
Yeah, this was
and it
recent. As you see, January 26.
really hurts. It hurts. And it just can't be allowed to go on anymore. We just can't. We can't allow it to go on anymore. We need to heal the hurt. We must heal the hurt.
What about sunrise? What about rain?
It's Palawan.
What about all the things that you said we were to gain?
Look at that. No?
What about killing fear?
Those were killed they were anti-large-scale mining. In broad daylight, they were killed.
What about all the things that you said was yours and mine? Did you ever stop to notice?
That's owned by Pichina.
All the blood you shed before.
Pichina.
Did you ever stop to notice this crying
That's
girl
why
screaming sure?
It's open pit mining. That's what they're doing. 95% of the mining in this country is open pit. I could use presidential language, but I might get into trouble.
One land are destroyed for the business interests of a few, and the resources of one land are not enjoyed by the people of this land. It is social injustice.
Look how red the river is.
To the world, look what we've done.
And it wasn't even raining when I took this. Hindi umuulan. No?
Your only son. What about flowering fields? Is there a time? What about all the dreams that you said was yours and mine?
Kaya mamit ako kaming kakasa, kakasa lang
This is in Agusan.
walang iba, kundi ikaw lamang.
Hindi naman po kami tumutukol sa minahan. Isaalat naman po ang aming katayuan.
It's open pit mining.
That pit is gonna be here forever and a day.
That's Dinaga. How about them? You're talking about the displaced workers. How about them? Wala ba silang karapatan mabuhay? Crazy. And that's in Homonon. She was there for 4 days. How about them? Wala ba silang karapatan mabuhay?
we will make this country
This is Father Joel Tabor. He's the president of Ateneo, the Davao.
Change is here at Mang Gina, mahal na Pangulo, sa pagbabago na ito, kasali po kami.
Okay. Yes. Ready for questions? Is it?
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
Hannah?
shoot.
A question.
Go ahead. No
Microphone,
problem.
please.
Hi, ma'am. Well,
Hello.
piniplay po yung video kanina.
Excuse me?
Well, piniplay yung video kanina.
Yeah.
Na-mention niya yung may mga pinatay ng mga lumads.
Yeah.
At may-ari si Congressman Pichai.
No. He was not the one that killed the Lumans.
No, I mean,
I'm saying
pag-aari nga yung mining company.
he has interest in Clavere.
Okay.
I know that.
And
the governor. I mean, that's how it is. Like the governor, the mayor, all over the country. Politicians have mining links. That's why the mining has been allowed to flourish.
Bilang DNR Secretary, is it a burden sa inyo? Handa ba kayong banggain yung mga government officials na may stakes dun sa mga mining companies? So pag-aari nila or stockholder ba sila?
My stand in life is truth, service, and the common good. Before I took on the job, I have a meditation teacher, and he was telling me, Regina, he calls me Regina. No, politics is really messy, and that was my main considerating factor. Was that will I survive here? My spirituality is the reason why I live. And I didn't want to get into a job where that would be sacrificed. The reason why I agreed is because in one meditation, I saw that I felt like the heart of the country, and then I felt that as long as I stayed true, I would be able to make a difference, and it might even be good for me spiritually. But I have to stay true. So it's like this, no? You have a job, and we did the mining audit. Being true means telling the truth, no? If I think, baka like this, then truth needs courage. If I don't act the truth, and if I don't act courageously, a part of me will die inside, and it's not worth it. I have to be true to myself because I have to survive as a person. And if I keep true to myself, I think it is in that truth that I can lend the greatest service to the country. If I survive, politics magulo, di ba?
May lumapit na po sa inyo sa kanila, ma'am.
Excuse me?
May lumapit na po sa kanila sa inyo, mga government officials.
I like the miners. I mean, I have no
government officials po na into mining po. Lumapit sa inyo about their business. Humingi ba ng compromise or are they willing to comply?
You mean the mayors like that? The politicians?
Yung
who are
mga
involved?
politicians talaga na may mga mining companies po. Or
I don't
stakeholder
know
ba
of
sila?
any. Yeah, no, they haven't really come to me. I'll just tell the truth. I just know, no, that they are. I mean, you know also, no, di ba? They're, because even if you don't have business interests, I mean, the fact is mining money funds political campaigns. You know that. So what happens, politicians, and I'm not saying any names here, okay? Don't give me trouble. I'm not saying any names, no? But I know that when you are funded by whoever, then you are indebted to that person. And so what happens is the decisions those people make are, by and large, always in favor of the people who funded their campaign. That's what happens. And I also wanna say, in connection with this, that if you look at society has big business interests, and there are poor people, and you have the whole gamut of whatever is there. The role of government is to play the middle path. If you co-opt your role to the side of big business, who's going to protect the poor? How will the poor ever stand against big business interests? The only institution, the only entity that can stand against political and business interests is the government. And if we co-opt our role to the side of big business, what's going to happen to these guys? The farmers and fishermen who've been suffering for decades. Why don't we help them? That's our role. And actually, my stand is that if we help them, we will have a good stock market still, we will have a good economy, but it's based on principles of decency and righteousness. That's the kind of economy we should have. And that's the kind of economy we can have under the Duterte administration, because he's really doesn't like corruption at all. In fact, when I had, before my presentation in the cabinet, I was with June Evasco and Dole, the Dole secretary, and then Judy, that secretary of the SWD. And Secretary Evasco said, sige, let's do a convergence in Dinagat and in Surigao. Like, get all the government agencies, and let's get this island out of poverty. There's been mining in Dinagat for 77 years. Why don't we show? You know, and I told them, give me a year. Because the things I did there was like 1 year, 2 years. I didn't even have government money. Government has so much money. Like, my budget is like 8 billion for the NGP. We've spent 30 billion already in the past years. And I go around and said, saan pumunta yung pera? Hindi ko maintindihan. Where's the money going? So if we use the government money well, and with the power that government has, and we converge, like if DOST, DTI, the SWD, we all converge there, give me a year. There's no way we can't make a difference, because I have experience doing it before. And if we go there and converge and really help them, like maybe they need a mini airstrip there in Dinagat, no? I don't know. Let's see what they have. But I have government money. I have 8 billion. In my NGP, I have so much money, no? Even ABS-CBN, I was always looking for money. And then when I came to DNR, I said, oh, daming pera dito, no? So the key here is the people. You know, if my people have topak, wala mangyayari sa buhay, no? So I'm asking all of you, if you know any DNR people that have topak and you have evidence, I dead masya.
Dexter,
I use, yeah, I have zero tolerance for corruption. And in this, the president and I fully resonate. So you just let me know, no? 1, inefficiency, 2, corruption. The really patay, no?
Dexter Ganibe, DCMM.
Yes.
Hi, ma'am. Good.
Hello.
Good noon. Si Finance Secretary
Yes.
Dominguez,
Yes.
nako-quote sa balita ngayong umaga lang, na sinasabi niya na nadesisyonan nitong cabinet meeting nung Tuesday na put on hold muna yung desisyon yun na ipasara yung 20-plus minings.
That's not what he said. What happened there is they want to make sure that I followed rule of law. And I did. You know, I mean, if you take the processes one by one, because they were scared that, I mean, what I did was 50 something, di ba? 23 mines. Oh my God, no? But I was thinking, you know, because I don't know how long I'm gonna last here. You know, my commission on appointments is coming. If I'm in ABS, I'm just a tree hugger, di ba? But now I'm DNR secretary, no? So let me use my position now, because if I don't trust politics. You know, like, remember the first time my name wasn't given in? Nagulat ako. I said, I was doing really well. I rated the top in Pulse Asia, and then my name wasn't given in. I said, then I saw that politics is totally malabo. So I said, now that I'm still here, DNR secretary, so let me close the mind so at least I can show the public what it is.
So ano po mangyayari ngayon, ma'am, doon sa put on hold muna, makakapag-operate
well,
ba
this
sila?
is what
or-
the president said this is my experience of the president, you know, and that's why I really like him. He's not plastic at all. He's really, really genuine. You know, even the drug thing, actually the reason why he does his drug thing, because of love, no? He really loves people, and he doesn't like it when there are bullies that abuse and there are people who are getting rich and people suffer. Like that, we're very similar. So as long as the issue of social justice is there, and I follow the rule of law, he just wants to make sure that, you know, because so he doesn't get into trouble. Yeah, rule of law, I agree. And so what I am going to show, and I can show it to you now, is that I have followed the rule of law at every single step of the way. In fact, go to the Philippine Constitution. It says social justice. No?
So on hold po muna, tama po ano, yung
No,
closure.
it's not like that. What it is that, okay, I'll tell you the system. No, you do closure.
Yeah.
I'm totally in my rights to close down the mines. Now, if they don't agree, and I think they don't agree, is that they will appeal.
Yeah.
So when they appeal to the president, the mine still continues operation while it's on appeal. Then when the president studies the situation and sees, yeah, you know, why should we just allow these mines to go? And he decides, yeah, for social justice, we'll do this. Then it's final. Then they can go to court. Okay? But when they go to court, they have to stop the mine na. I can use the rehab funds. That's what I want to do. There's so much money there. I want to use their money. Okay? So when that's what happens. So that's the process. Okay, I also want to say that the laborers at mine, they don't have jobs every single day of the year. You don't mine, like from now, there's no mining now in Surigao and no mining in Dinagat. Nothing. So that means the people are not earning and they're going to start mining again on March or April when the rain stop. If we have a green economy, they'll have money every single day, every month. You don't stop at all. Look at my communities that are earning 30 million, no? And that's the kind of economy I want to have. Can I show you the mangrove? Is that okay? Can you show that? I'll show you my plan.
Okay, Joseph
Okay.
Morong.
We can ask questions.
GMA 7. I am sorry. May I play?
By the way, I want to let you know that the president of GMA went to my office, Jimenez. Yeah. And then I told him, sir, why doesn't ABS and GMA work together for the poor, no? For ecotourism? I agree, no? Ah, that's good, huh?
I don't have any questions anymore.
I love him. He's really good. And in fact, the son-in-law of, what's his name, Duavit? Is it, no? Lito. There's my, come, this is Sylvia Ordonez. She's the president of Natural Resource Development Corporation. Okay. Yes, it's under DNR. Through her, we will do business, no? So through her, we're doing mangrove and we're doing bamboo. So what's his name again? Lito? Yeah, his wife is the daughter of Duavit. Yeah, and then
Very good work, by the way, ma'am.
And then ABS has a Bantay Kalikasan of the ABS-CBN Foundation. That's a small VCO plant there, which was funded by Pacquiao. And they're putting up, the son-in-law of David is putting up a 1 billion peso in the same place. In fact, he texted me the other day and he said, Gina, don't worry, I'll hire 400 of those mine workers, no problem at all. So can you imagine if GMA and ABS work together for Dinagat and Surigao? My God, right? If I can generate a 30 million every year, just ABS alone, what if we're together pa? So I really see here. Anyway, I want to show this to you. Look at this, no? I'm open to... All right, look at this. This is, DNR has 8 billion pesos for the NGP program, okay? The bulk of this is with mangroves. And in fact, in a week's time, we have the president of the Green Climate Fund coming here, and we are looking at $100 million every year. Yes, the word is million. Yes, the word is dollars. And yes, the word is every year. And yes, they're coming here in the Philippines. So this is where we want to put the money, in mangroves. Okay, I just want to give you an idea how we can kick-ass the economy. Look at this. These are the mangrove kick-ass. Okay naman yan, di ba? Hindi cursing yan. Presidential ba yan? Okay. Ayun naman yan. Okay, so these are rectangular, whatever, for seed beds, okay, for mangrove seedlings. You can put 200 mangrove seedlings there, okay? Each seedling is 10 pesos. I have the money, okay? So so for this, we'll generate 20,000. There are 20 in this area. You can have 30 or 40, but in this area, in Samar, there are 20. So that whole area generates 400,000. Okay, that shows you how corrupt DNR was before. So, because I don't know where the money went, no? So, but now what we do, we're gonna give it to the community. We're gonna, I will get all the seedlings from them. If they plant mangrove seedlings there, I will buy it from them. And the cost of taking care of that is like what? 50,000, 100,000, which means they will have 300,000 net And that's their money. It's not coable. No? So which means I can work with them to invest that money into social enterprises. And with Sylvia, I'm guaranteeing to buy everything. Oh, like this. No, like for example, because the problem of the poor is they don't know how to do value add. And the other problem of the poor is they don't have access to marketing. But if we buy everything, we'll get them out of poverty. So my contract here depends on conditions. Number one, the money is for the child and the family. Because we see that, no, we help people, ang nangyari lang doon, walang pakinabang dyan. Nung nangyari lang doon, tumaas yung Ginebra sales, no? So, kasi maglalasing lang kayo at magninigarilyo lang kayo, wag na lang. Sayang yung pera. Number two, they have to commit to pay it forward. Hindi lang dapat isipin sarili nyo. Because you can get 300,000 here every 3 months. Every 3 months. And I have the money. I can give 1 million every 3 months. And then you roll it, just like what I did in Ugong Rock. You roll it. After 30 families, 300 na sila, lahat ng tao may trabaho. I can do that with the money of DNR. You roll it, and then I'll help them with marketing. Okay? 3, they have to be really, really honest. They cannot spend all the money. They have to put it in the bank, and then we will consult together and to see how we can help them really make money. So what will happen? The use of the money of DNR will create what we call E3 zones. That's from Ed. Ecological, economic, educational. We'll eradicate poverty in this country in record time. And what was the other one? What were the other things, Selena? That, yeah. No, 4, they have to follow solid waste management program. But I don't like basura there, no? And 5, they have to make the place really pretty. So we will have ecological, economic, educational zones all over the country with the money that DNR has. I'll do that in Dinagat and Surigao.
Okay, Joseph Morong, GMA 7.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning.
Okay.
Ma'am, yun pong mga closure order, have na-serve na ba yun sa mga mining companies?
Yes, okay, this is the thing, no? What happens is when you this is the process, huh? We did the mine audit, and after the mine audit, we saw that there were violations, so we did show cause. And I have a copy. I mean, if you are very welcome to come to my office to see the copies. I have boiled peanuts. And if you behave, I have ice cream of coconut milk without white sugar. If you behave, no? Oh, diba? Really, really tasty. Okay, so then you're very welcome to come to the office. Just make sure I'm there. Okay, so then we make an appointment. You know, you can come there, and then you can have full access to all the files and see whatever you want. Okay, then we gave the show cause to all. Okay, and we have the documents that they received the mining audit report. So I don't know what they're saying that they received it. They signed, they received it. Okay, and then after that they explain. They give their explanation. You can either just close down the mine, no, if you don't like it. Like if I saw all that I saw in Surigao and Coriscal, I can't just close it just by seeing it on the chopper. That is a culmination of a process that started 6 months ago. All right. So then when you give the show cause, then they reply, then we evaluate. And that whole evaluation took 2 months, 2 to 3 months. And for me, it was too long. So what we did is we formed committees, in DNR, our MGB, EMB, DNR, so on and so forth, to evaluate the answers that they made. But they were going so slow. After 1 month, they only did 17, and then every week there's someone from the press calling me up. I said, we just finish it, and Duterte doesn't like things to take time. Okay, so what I did is that I just went on it myself. Now, this is the thing, what happened. In the last press con, when the press wanted to have access to that, I said, you don't have to have access to that because I already made the decision. But actually, what it is that those committees that I formed are not mandated by the government. I just wanted to do it so that it was taking too long. And in the committee reports, and you have full access to that, including boiled peanuts, no? That have been soaked overnight, that has garlic and Himalayan salt. No? Okay, that you can, garlic is kasi It's aphrodisiac and antibiotic, no?
Joseph?
Okay, so when you we agreed on the violations. Where we disagreed was the penalty.
Ma'am, na-serve na, hindi pa?
No, no.
Closure order.
I'll explain. So the committees recommended fines. Fines. And I said, what fines? There's people are suffering and the fines even goes to national government. It doesn't even go to the poor that have suffered. I said, no, closure, if it's in watersheds. So what happened is when we decided on closure, I'm just really open, with me what you see is what you get. Okay, so when we decided on closure, we made an omnibus closure to all the mines. And then my legal team looked at it and they decided, no, ma'am, I think you should do it individual, not the same for each and every. And so that's what we're doing now. As of, we're doing individual, which means individual means taking the details of each site and then saying why, because before we just said you're in a watershed, you're silting and like that. So it's an individual data of each site. We've already decided it would be closed, but it's making sure that the data is correct. So that will be, as of this morning, how many did I sign, sweetheart? Okay, as of this morning, I've signed 12. And then and it's out by this morning, and during by the time of the MIC, the determination is to sign all. I don't know if they can do it. But it's not against the law. I mean, I didn't do anything wrong there, no? But it would have been ideal if we had done it before. And actually, to tell you truthfully, I only found out after the press con that they hadn't done it yet, no? But
Just last two questions on
Yeah,
my
darling.
part. No? Number one is, ma'am, yung mga mining companies, nagreklamo yata na sila na hindi pa nila nakikita yung mining audit, and in fact, they had to
But
file
they receive. How did they reply to the show cause if they didn't receive it? Each and every one of them replied to the show cause, no? And then we went and evaluate. I have all the replies in my office. How did they reply if they didn't get the audit? No?
Can we have a copy of the audit?
Yes, you
Alright,
can
cool.
go. You come. Like one mining company, the reply is like that.
Just your audit.
I cannot the reply. Do you have the audit?
Alright.
Okay, this is our lawyer here. Do you have all?
Okay, ma'am,
Yes, darling.
last one na lang. You said kanina that
Okay, this is an example. This is what, this is one reply. Okay, this is Amir Mineral. Did we close this? Yeah, it's in a watershed, diba? That's Zambales. Okay, so that you can see this. So each mining company was given one. I can't naman bring all, no? Each mining company was given one of these, and they signed that they received, and then they replied, and then we checked, and then and then when I saw the footage, I said, just
Ma'am, just
so
one
bad.
last. Ma'am, kanina sabi niyo you don't know how you're going to last in the DNR. Why did you say that? Do you feel any pressure inside the
No,
cabinet?
I'm just saying that politics is a dimension of money and power, and it's just magulo, no? So let's see. I mean, I know I like the job.
Yeah.
I like the fact of saying you can't do this, you do that. And I have so much money. Oh, I like the money. No, oh my God, I really like the money. I love having the money to be able to make a difference. But the political scenario is unpredictable. You never know what will happen or whatever. No, but I have me. Do I have pressure? Nobody told me to quit pa.
Okay, Dreo Calonso. Ma'am, you have for still people to ask you. Dreo, to be followed
Hi,
by
ma'am, again.
Henry, JP, and then Marlon Ramos.
Who's Henry? Your
Hi,
Henry?
Andreo po.
Dreo.
From Bloomberg.
From where?
Bloomberg, ma'am. Ma'am,
Bloomberg.
I understand you're going to meet the Mining Council later. So, how far are you willing to compromise regarding these closures po?
The Mining Council is recommendatory. And I mean, it will take a miracle to be able to convince me to allow mining in watersheds because as far as I know, it's against the law. It's against social justice, it's against the Constitution to allow any kind of extractive industry inside a watershed. And do you have the Constitution? Do you have it, Narni? You don't have the law? Okay. No, I mean the reasons why you can't have mining in a watershed. I mean, there are legal things. I am backed up by. You have to ask IPAT. Do you have it? No, there are about 3 or 4 legal things, executive orders, or whatever, that watersheds should really be off limits.
Okay, ma'am. So yung 15 of these 23 po that you're going to shut are near watersheds. So these are
Not
non-negotiable.
near, inside.
Inside
Can you
watersheds.
show the Zambales, sweetheart?
So these are non-negotiable. They're going
Ay,
to close down.
For me, no. I mean, that's how I feel. You know, the president's still the president, no. I mean, he can overturn it. At the end of the day, he makes the decisions. And in the cabinet meeting, his last closing remark in front of everyone, we say, I agree, no, that there shouldn't be any mining industry in watersheds. Let's see, no, politics is so unpredictable, di ba? But I'll show you the Zambales. Can you show it? Okay. Yes, any
How about
question?
the 8 others, ma'am? The 15?
The 8 others is because when you know, that situation has not existed just then. It's been like that for so long, you know. And then it wasn't even raining, and the sea was so red. And do you have the one? Let's show it quickly. This is not the water. The mining of the Zambales. Yeah, where you show the drawings. Yeah.
So ma'am, dun sa 8 others, are you open to maybe suspension or fines na lang?
This is the only reason why I want to close it down, no? Because if you suspend it, that means they can start again. And I feel Surigao has earned the right to breathe and to try something else. 26 of the mining companies are in Caraga, you know, 9 in Dinagat, I don't know, 8 or 9 in Surigao. And Caraga is the poorest region in the country. So if mining is so good, how come where all the mining is, that the poorest region in the country, don't they deserve a right to live naman? And as long as you have extractive industries there, they'll never be able to breathe a new alternative. It can be. Okay, so here, this is not Caraga. This is just to give you an idea. This is Zambales, and these are 4 mining companies beside each other in a watershed. Whatever you do, that's a river, and that's why in the flooding in Santa Cruz, there have been 7 deaths. And you know, when I declared the suspension of the mine, the cathedral was packed with people, packed with people. Yeah, common good, you know, and there are other politicians that are still in favor, and even people, because they don't know what will happen if there's no mining there. So that's why on the 15th, 16th, I'm having a planning in Surigao, and 17, 18 in Dinagat, with the displaced mining workers, with the LGU. And Secretary Evasco has asked all the representatives of DOLE, DSWD, DTI, DOST to work with them and see what can we do for the people there. Anyway, they're not earning now anyway, no? There's no mining there until March or April. So why not we do something? And just in case the president agrees, no? Then we will already have done the economy to be able to absorb everyone there.
Ma'am, last for me na lang po.
Yes.
Ma'am, this mining audit has been the centerpiece of your last months as the Environment Secretary. Would it prompt you to quit if one way or another these closures will be overturned by the judiciary or the executive po?
I'm here because one, I like the president. You know, he's really, really genuine. He's so humble. I mean, he's really real, and he has a stand on social justice. And as long as I feel I can continue to serve the country, I will. No, I won't cap out. No, yeah, I'll stay as long as I feel I can make a difference. If he decides no, I will be quite sad. But yeah, let's see. Let's call, because it's premature to say anything.
Thank you very much,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Reo. Henry Uri, DZRH.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Just want to say that thank you for having a secretary, a woman with balls.
Oh, that's good, ah. Woman with balls.
The entire nation is so lucky to
Write
have
that
you.
down, Selena, no? Woman with balls, write that down, no?
But ma'am, did you receive any death threat?
Ano? I have 7 security, but they go rotation because more than 3 is private army, no? That's what the president said, no? That's one. Where's Russell? Sa police, no?
Pero yung mga tao ho ninyo sa probinsya, sa yung mga provincial and district offices, hindi ba sila hinaharas out of this campaign?
Some of them are corrupt, no? I mean, yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah, I'm cleaning up the workforce. I mean, the reason why all this has happened is because they've been compliant with the rape. If MGB and my DNR people were really honest and this wouldn't have happened.
How corrupt are them?
Yeah, because why did it happen? Okay, I'll tell you a story, but I won't say the name, no? Okay? Like, for example, I asked one of my staff to go there and please check up on this mine because I want to make sure that the mine is working well, no? Because we weren't able to see it in the flyover. And then the miner came back to me the next day, and then he said he was asked for a bribe of 30 million.
Oh.
I said, shit, I'm gonna shoot that guy. And then that's no. And then I have DNR officials that have titled land to themselves, no? It's disgusting, no? And then a friend went to me, and then she said, Gina, if you sign this paper, the person owning the mine, he didn't even tell me, will give me 6 million a month. 6 million a month. Wow, that's... And then, yeah.
So, ma'am, yung mga tao ho ninyo sa probinsya na nalasa ng maigi ho yung illegal miners, mayayaman na yung mga tao nyo sa probinsya? Because they are corrupt?
I mean, I have a hotline. Okay, when I came on board, may hotline ako. Ang daming complaints. And yeah, I know that yeah, because you know it's regulation. It's like BIR, customs. If it's regulatory, it's a room for corruption.
So may mga pagbalasa kayong gagawin sa inyong mga tanggapan?
I'm gonna clean up. My RDs are already good, you know.
May mga tinanggal na ho kayo? May mga sinuspindi kayo?
Yeah. But I want to, kasi they float. Me, I don't want to float, no. I want to, like, if I could get the evidence, like it's what Duterte said, one shot out. So we're working together with the forces. I want to clean up the organization. I'm determined. And it's easy because if there are complaints, we just find out. If there's evidence, bye-bye.
So hindi kayo natatakot, ma'am, dun sa mga binabangga ninyo?
I'm more by the truth, service, and the common good. Actually, my problem is anger, but fear, jealousy, like that's not in my vocabulary. No, I have no fear. I'm not afraid to leave the world. No, it's nicer there. No?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
JP.
Yeah.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon
Where
po.
INC? Yes, you're from where?
JP Bencito, Manila Standard po.
Okay.
Ma'am, may FOI request po yung mga mining companies.
They can see everything. They can come to my office. I will also give them boiled peanuts. And if they behave, I might give them some ice cream.
Pero
they can come.
Opo. Ma'am, I'll just quote si Representative Pichay. He says na yung audit report daw is allegedly led by Yusek Hazareto.
The audit report is on, okay, so Leo Josereno was in MGB for 38 years, okay? And then 6 of those years, in the very end, he was the director, okay? Because, you know, I was in ABS-CBN Foundation and I had Bantay Kalikasan there. And in my experience of dealing with him, when I was in ABS-CBN, total malinis, like really, really malinis, okay? And then when I came to DNR, I needed somebody I could trust, you know, who could feel for the common good and was principled. So I dealt with him. So I asked him to head the mine audit. And then at the end of the mine audit, you know, he put his life and his family and everything in danger. In fact, he wanted to resign. I said, no, you cannot resign. No, I had lunch with his wife, his daughter. Please, I need your father to help me. And so at the end of the mining audit, he was, the president assigned somebody else. He lost his job, no? So now what I do is I have him as a consultant. I need somebody I can trust, no? I mean, I'm not a minor, no? I'm literature and psychology, no? And so so with his guidance, and I understand it, I still make all the decisions. You know, he just gives me the technical feedback on what is. And at every step of the way, he has been breathtakingly honest. You know, now that he doesn't have a car, he has an old car from his son, which he drives all the way back and forth to Cavite. The house he bought for himself in Cavite 38 years ago is the same house he uses now. He's never even bought himself anything. He's always wearing the same white barong na it's too short. And and then he's like really, really honest, you know. I mean, he's really, really honest. I've had many complaints about him. I said, okay, give me evidence. And every single person that has complained about him has not been able to give one shred of evidence. So go figure, no? I mean, why will I know anyone? And I'll deal with my own experience. If you do a lifestyle check, there's nothing to show, no? He's honest. And so, of course, I get his advice because I need somebody who knows about mines that can tell, you know, this is not good, or whatever. So that's why I am leading the audit, but you need staff, no? Technical staff, okay?
Ma'am, last na lang po.
Okay.
Quoting Representative Barbers, Hasareno allegedly granted special favors. How true is that, ma'am?
It's not true at all, not even a little. Show some evidence. Zero. I mean, he's been very fair. I mean, when I ask him a question, he tells me the right thing. I ask him that, I don't even know who owns the mine when we make decisions. I mean, it's all allegations without a shred of evidence. So I'm not going to make decisions, especially if my experience has been profoundly of sincere and non-negotiable honesty.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, JB. Marlon Ramos, Daily Inquirer.
Good morning
Yes! Inquirer!
Favorite niya, ma'am.
Truth, Service, and the Common Good Inquirer, yes.
Sana wala ibang meaning.
Wala.
Okay.
Truth, Service, and the Common Good. Yes, sir.
Secretary, as we speak po, are there ongoing mining operations in those 23 mining companies?
Yeah, because, well, none. Because
None.
you don't mine. I think when I went there, the mining operations was stalled because you don't mine some months of the year, no? So there's nobody who has lost their job because they don't have a job.
So it's not because of the closure order or anything?
No, because it only takes effect when it's rendered final by the president. You know, like, for example, they can appeal. And then when the president says, no, you really should do, then it's final. Well, it's not final. They can go to court, no?
Okay.
Yeah. So there's no work there going on. If I go there now, they'll be happy because I'll give them a job, no? Yeah.
Just briefly lang po, how do you do the mining audit? While you're doing
We
the audit...
formed committees, and then they went around. These are committees that, first we chose the groups. And then the rules and regulations were strict. You look into this. And then I went beyond technicalities because they can follow all the technical rules, but that's not what's important to me. What's important to me is the social and economic impact. If the people there are suffering, that doesn't sit well with me at all. And it's against the mining law. So it goes beyond. That's why there are many mining companies that have won awards, but they failed the audit because like for example, Oceana Gold, no? That's in Nueva Vizcaya. The farmers, I mean, they've won awards technically, but the farmers there, their harvest has gone down by 2/3. And there's a big group of people there that are complaining. And the governor really doesn't like the mining there.
So, while you're doing the audit, do you invite representatives from the mining firms or you do it alone during the audit?
Oh, you go there and you talk to the miners, di ba? You're there.
Okay.
I visited mine sites myself, Rio Tuba, and I've been around. But you go inside the mine and you talk to the miners, and then you go around and talk to the community. It has to be fair. You can't just talk to the community. You go there, talk to the people working in the mine. They show you everything, and then you listen to the community, and then you look around, no? Yeah, it wasn't one-sided. It was very fair.
Because
it's not valid. The audit's not valid if you don't talk to the mining company.
I asked it because these mining firms talk as if they're clueless or they were.
But they received this. Where's the thing? Can you show that? Okay, you put it up.
Okay.
Each mining company got that. How can they be clueless? Each mining company got that. How did they answer to us if they were not asked? I mean, the very fact that they got that and they answered to us means that we told them what was wrong in the mine. And then they answered. So what is that? That's already giving them a chance to fix it, no?
Ma'am, how is your relationship with Secretary Sani Dominguez? Because we understand his family has also interest in mining.
I think it was Tampakan, no? That's the largest mine. Okay, listen to this. I talked to, do you know Tampakan? Do you all know of Tampakan?
Yes.
Can you show Tampakan? Should it operate, that's the largest mine in the country. Okay, you know how, did you see the open pit, diba, in the slides? Okay, do you know how big a football field is? Yeah? Okay, look at this. 700 football fields, open pit. That's what it was going to do, affecting 4 provinces, Sultan Kudarat, Sarangani, South Cotabato, and what is it, Davao del Sur. 6 rivers, 4 provinces in the food basket of Mindanao. They were going to do an open pit mine of 700 football fields. My God, no? And even that, you know, I talked to Chris Monsaud. He said, Gina, even that, when you look at the confirmed labor that would have worked in this big mine, it was 2,000 people who would be working there every day, confirmed. You know what that means in the numbers that they have? It means 125 million pesos per job. Per job! To give each person in the mine that kind of job, it's an investment of 125 million pesos per person. What Ernie Pernia wants to do is an investment of 200,000 pesos per person. That's a huge investment. Okay, look at this. This is 700 football fields. That's on top. I was on Pacquiao's chopper, no? This is before I was in, before in DNR. I really like Pacquiao, no? Okay. Yeah, I really like him. He gave me money. And, yeah. So, you know, then you make sure he wins all his fights, huh? Yeah, prior. He gave me 10 million pesos. 5 million, I put it in the VCO plant. Another 5 million pesos, I put it in Sarangani and ecotourism sites, and they're all making money already. I really like him. Okay, so I hope you voted for him, no? And then, so here, so this is, with this shopper, I saw that this area where they want to put 700 football fields is on top of agricultural area. Hello! Okay? And this is from England. They did, we had a group from England who did a study. That is fault lines, the red ones. And you know what the black ones are? Where they're going to put explosives. Explosives, you know. The English guy said, you know, if you put explosives near fault line, just boom, like that, the one that you saw, you'll stimulate geodesic activity. How can you do this in the country, right? And guess what? They got the ECC. Yeah, they got the ECC. And then I asked the EMB guy, why did you do that? And he said, because there was an order from the office of the president. That's what happens. Okay, so look at this. This is small-scale mining. This is up there in the same area. Okay, what they do is, because they don't have money, they use hoses, because you want to get the minerals under. So you use buhos, hoses, getting out all the topsoil, and so you can get the minerals under. So what happens? It's done at night because it's illegal. But what happens? All the water goes down, and then look where the water goes down. It becomes like cemento. This is even small-scale mining. You have 700 football fields. My God, right? Okay. So I just wanna. The reason why I'm showing this to you also.
Hindi pa siya pinasan. Yung Tampakan, walang closure order.
We haven't canceled. Have you canceled the ECC there yet?
Wala.
I think not yet. Yeah.
Secretary, how about...
Wait, first, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a story. You see, I forgot the story.
Bakit wala po siyang closure order? Hindi siya kasama sa mining audit tong Tampakan? Hindi po siya naisama?
Did we? We haven't. We haven't.
Why?
Why? Okay, yeah, it should, right? Yeah. We want to make sure that we're stepping on very big business interests, no?
Ma'am, how about Adnama mining?
Which was that, Adnama mining?
Adnama, whose
That's
owners
for
the
closure. That's where? That's in Surigao. Yeah. I'm trying to remember my story. I forgot. Okay.
So,
go
wala
ahead.
pong kumausap sa inyo regarding din the case of Adnama, whose president is close friend of the president.
Who? No,
Fernando Borja, the biggest
Ah,
supporter in Cebu.
Yeah. I don't look at I don't look at who
The
owns the
owners.
mine. No, it's fair. And then I found out, SRMI is owned by LP. And then when I passed through it, I saw that there was no siltage. But then the mayor's daughter has come back to me again and said all these violations. So we're looking at it.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
Marlon. Thank you, DNR Secretary Gina Lopez.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what my story was. It was so nice. I'm 63 now. Okay, I want to say something. I think I enjoyed this press con more than the one in DNR. No? Parang they're nicer. Ernie, I'm gonna have all my press cons here. They're much nicer than the ones that come in DNR. They're so mabait. No, huh? Oh, red rice. Here. No, you just come na lang. I'll change. Can you take all their names? No, in closing, I want to say I've really enjoyed talking to you. That's why I talk so much. No? Yeah, but I really feel that we have an amazingly gorgeous, beautiful country. And if we can just utilize and protect and nurture our resources so the people of the Philippines will benefit, I have no doubt in my mind we can get our country out of poverty. Especially if GMA and ABS work together. No? I'm just joking. And the inquiry. Let's see, no?
Okay.
Oh, I love you, okay. No, I love you all. You are the one who makes me happy. All right, I love you all. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Secretary Gina Lopez. Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella.
You say farewell? You want to have lunch? No, it's very good. You want to? No. You want to go? You want to have lunch? No, both of these folks. Well, I just want to let you know, Gina, this is the first time that anybody ended with an applause. All right. Again, they're so nice now. Question of perspectives. All right. No. Anyway, we don't really have too much time, but I just wanted to say, I'll just go through 2 points and then we'll be open for questions, okay? So, good news, a bit of good news. Laguna Lake Highway Phase to open today. Good news to commuters, the first phase of Laguna Lake Highway is now complete. The 2 additional lanes are from Napindan to ML Quezon section in Taguig, which is part of the Laguna Lake Highway project, which is now open to the public. The 10.7-kilometer road network is expected to cut the travel time from Taytay to Bicutan by 50%, meaning about that an hour's travel time from Taytay to Bicutan will be further reduced to 30 minutes when the whole project is completed. Also, 3.95 billion worth of senior high school vouchers are granted by the Department of Education. So senior high school student vouchers are now available to 607,208 program beneficiaries. Still, billing statements are continuously being accepted by the Department of Education. A few questions.
Laila Salaveria, Inquirer.
Good morning, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
On another topic. Sir, there's a report that there's a document showing that Justice Secretary Aguirre allowed high-profile inmates to get certain privileges in exchange for their testimony in the congressional hearings on the drug trade. Some of these inmates had implicated Senator De Lima. Does the palace favor this kind of quid pro quo?
Does the palace
Does the
favor?
palace favor this kind of agreement, this kind of quid pro quo?
Obviously, we don't. But we don't.
So what are you going to do about the report?
We'll just we'll verify that thing. We haven't checked it yet. We'll verify that accusation.
Will the palace order an investigation?
Is the what?
Will the palace order an investigation of this?
A simple verification will suffice at this stage. Thank you.
Dexter Ganibe, DZMM.
Sec, good
Yes.
afternoon.
Good
Sir,
afternoon.
pwedeng pa dagdag ng informasyon doon sa 3.95 million pesos na
Yun
voucher
lang
for
meron,
senior
but
high
I
school?
think the Department of Education has a longer press release. Please refer to their page. Billion, yeah.
Billion.
3.95 billion, yeah.
Ito po ay para sa school year, upcoming school year?
I'm not sure, but it says that there are about at least 607,208 beneficiaries, more than 500,000 beneficiaries. Okay.
Thank you, Dexter. Raymond Tinasa,
Last
Bombo
two?
Radyo.
Yes. Last two questions.
Hi, sir. Good noon. So,
Yes, sir.
the president yesterday admitted that on the 5 statements, 2 joke lang or kalokohan lang, or 2 the truth, and 3 kalokohan lang, joke lang. Sir, can you walk us through how could we determine which is the 2 the truth and the 3 the joke one?
Listen to the press conferences, all right?
Also, sir, I've heard what Ma'am Gina Lopez reported about the 700 football fields,
Yes.
equivalent of a open mining pit in Tampakan in Cotabato, which is owned by Secretary the Dominguez family. So
the question is?
So, if possible, can I ask Ma'am Gina, are you will you go not right now? Will you allow this to operate?
It's not operating. It was just given an ECC.
Yeah. But categorically, from your end, are you amenable? Will you allow
I'm
this?
not in favor of it at all. It's not even going to be an economic problem. I think it's going to be a peace problem. I know already the story that I wanted to tell you.
So,
okay,
to
can I tell the story? It's like this, no? If I remembered. Sorry, Ernst, huh? Sorry, I'll just remember. It's because you know how the Tampakan thing earns is that of course there's no human engineering in the history of the planet that's ever withstood the test of time. None. All mines at one point in time take a crack. I mean, even Felix, which was a poster boy of mining, had a crack a few years back. All human engineering because it's human. Okay. So which means that the mine there puts the people's lives at risk. And the way the ECC was written was that the Philippines, can't even get anything from the profits there unless they have a windfall profit. Then we get like 25%. And then Justice Carpio looked at the history of 10 mines, large-scale mines of this nature all over the world, and there's never, ever, ever been windfall profit for the longest time. So we are sacrificing the food basket of Mindanao for nothing. We might not even get any money there because we can't get anything unless there's a windfall profit. That's how the agreement was designed. It's so unfair. That was my story. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Okay,
So,
yeah, thank
I asked that question, Secretary, because, Ma'am, sir, to Yusek Abella, for the President's position. So, considering Ma'am Gina is not actually, not an insider of the inner circle, inner sanctum of the President, considering how closer he is with Secretary Dominguez, her position won't cost her her job.
I think that's mere speculation. The president is a very objective person. Thanks. Next question. please.
Okay,
Last.
Ina Andulong to be followed by Joseph Moro.
This is sort of follow-up to Raymond's question. What do you mean listen to the press conferences? I mean, we do listen. The
Yes,
question is, how do we decipher which ones are jokes or are not serious and which ones are
Well,
serious?
technically, what we do emphasize in the press conferences are vetted and properly vetted. I'm not saying it's not properly vetted. I'm simply saying that at this stage, when we say it, it simply means to say we've gone through the process of discerning whether it was a joke or not.
You mean, sir, your press conferences and not
No, no,
not
no, no,
report
no, no.
immediately about what
No,
the president says
no, no, no.
in his own interviews?
Basically, he does say, well, in this case, simply because the president the president is very serious, and if you really want to know, he's very consistent in his statements. He's very consistent in his statements. However, there's, for example, during the times when he is, you've heard him speak, he can be quite humorous. But when there's a particular statement when there's a particular statement that needs to be, for example, if it tends to be policy, it would be underlined here. It would be underlined during the press conferences. I'm saying, listen to him. Let's go by what he says. He says he's not sick. He's not sick. That sort of thing.
Okay. Sir, yesterday he took a swipe at how media covers and he says parang tuloy pa rin daw po yung pag-iiba nung mga I assume he's talking about slanting. Is he referring to specific reports? I mean, are there news reports that specifically he feels were not reported properly?
I'm not familiar with the context of that statement. Let me verify.
Okay, thank you. Ace Romero, last question.
Regarding yung sinabi niyo press conferences, you said yung meaning ng president, yun yung ifo-forward niyo sa press conferences, yung tunay niya meeting, parang you're saying yung
only if it needs clarification. Only if something needs to be clarified.
okay, but how can, with due respect, how can we rely on the press conferences when sometimes yung mga sinasabi ng spokespersons niya mukhang naiiba minsan doon sa actual niya sasabihin kasi babawiin din yan. For example, yung sa Obama, you said he's sick. And then suddenly he would reveal that
During the Obama, he said he's sick. Eh?
or some meet there was a time na nagkaiba ng maraming beses nagkakaiba yung statements nung spokesperson sa president. So how can we rely on
Which spokesperson are you talking about?
I won't name names, but the PCO.
Okay. Let's not play each other off, okay? Let's not play each other. Let's be fair. Let's be objective. We will try as much as possible to be able to give you that which is objectively verified. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Just as a follow-up. Yesterday,
Yes.
almost at the same time, you sent out a statement, very calm, very diplomatic, regarding the former Colombian president's critique of the drug war. You said
Right.
you respect, the palace at least respects the opinion. And then here comes the president calling him names. I want to understand what went behind that. Was the president fully apprised of the kind of criticism or advice that the Colombian president wrote in the op-ed?
Okay.
Did he really mean the comment?
Come again?
Did he really mean the comment? Has he read the op-ed before he said, he was a something?
Okay. When he said that, when he said, okay, let me just go back, okay? Idiot, something like that would be part of his, how do you put it?
His vocabulary.
All right. But he also says, but in effect, he was also saying that there was a difference between the Colombian situation and the Philippine situation. For example, the Colombian situation, as far as he was concerned, as far as he understood it, the Colombian drug situation is engaged mainly in heroin and cocaine and stuff like. However, as he says, that the Philippine drug problem involves drugs that are chemically laced with battery water. So there is a world of difference between the two as far as he's concerned. And so I suppose that is where he says that it's the Colombian president's comment was regarding the Philippine situation is not accurate.
Okay, thank you.
When the president yesterday said that 3 out of 5 times he is just joking.
Okay.
Is he joking?
He is being colorful. Thank you very much.
Sir, isa lang.
Thank you, Malacanang Press Corps. Thank you, Presidential Spokesperson Ernesto Abella. Back to our main studio sa Radyo ng Bayan at PTB4.